In 2021, as a proud IBMer and self-identified neurodivergent, I was asked to be the executive sponsor for the Neurodiversity at IBM Global Program. I could not help but reflect on the true origins of IBM's diversity and inclusion and how key individuals helped pave the way for our emerging neurodiversity and corporate character today.
In 1886, Herman Hollerith, who was apparently dyslexic, devised a punch card system to record, tabulate, and transport information. 10 years later, he then founded the Tabulating Machine Company, one of 5 companies that would eventually come together to form International Business Machines, better known as IBM. In 1914, IBM hired our first disabled employee, 76 years before the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. In the 1930s, IBM continued its progressive workplace policies with the arrival of professional women and equal pay for equal work.
In 1942, IBM hired Michael Supa, a blind psychologist, to create a program for hiring and training people with disabilities. In 1953, Thomas J. Watson Jr. established a policy of hiring people without regard to race, color, or creed, making IBM the first U.S. corporation to issue such a mandate. In the following years, this non-discrimination policy would be expanded to include all areas of diversity and inclusion.
Fast forward to 2015. Paul Austin in New York created the Autism as a Skill Business Resource Group, and then joined forces with Andrew Williams from Australia to begin brainstorming on a new hiring program to target neurodivergent professionals. The focus was to embrace autism, ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, Tourette's, and other neurological differences as skills. In 2016, IBM partnered with SPECIALISTERNE to drive neurodivergent hiring, and as a result, in 2017, Shalini Pawa led the first neurodivergent hiring program in the U.S., resulting in a group of dynamic IBMers being hired.
In 2018, Paul Austin, along with Nat Lakowski, an outspoken IBM neurodivergent, rebranded the mission as Neurodiversity at IBM and realigned objectives around the motto, "Nothing about us without us," redirecting focus onto neurodivergent voices. In 2019, Belinda Sheehan, a neurodivergent IBMer, led our next neurodiversity hiring program in Australia. And this was just the start of even more neurodiversity hirings that year in IBM Brazil and IBM Canada.
In 2019, key IBM autistics Bill Dush and Megan Roddy established the Autistic Task Force within IBM. This created a safe and confidential space for autistic IBMers to rally and develop autistic-related initiatives. An IBM Actually Neurodivergent Task Force was created the following year for the broader neurodivergent community. Yves Vuillet, our global disability and inclusion leader, led the deployment of the new Neurodivergent Education Bundle, Neurodiversity 101.
Later in 2019, Andrew Williams pitched a global engagement case with the People with Disabilities executive sponsor at IBM headquarters in Armonk, who approved this global neurodiversity IBM expansion plan. As a result, in 2020, Diane Delaney would lead a new, globally aligned neurodiversity at IBM program that we believe would move us from awareness to acceptance and finally to advancement. Build upon the following 3 key components: enablement of all employees, enhancing our processes and tools to be more inclusive, and hiring neurodivergent talent.
And in 2020, Diane Delaney, the Neurodivergent Global Program Manager, worked to get the Neurodiversity Ally Badge approved. This led to the enablement of thousands of IBM employees on the benefits of neurodiversity inclusion and engagement.
But the real story about neurodiversity in IBM is coming from the neurodivergent voices which are now being heard strongly across the whole of IBM. Starting with Herman Hollerith 135 years ago, and now with IBMers like Ingrid, Belinda, Autumn, Joshua, Nat and Sam, who all have unique perspectives and incredible enthusiasm. The future of neurodivergence is bright as a result of our movement towards acceptance of all neurodivergent people and increased understanding and awareness.